Hey, I'm Briarley and welcome to Dare to Hope. So, as you can see, this week I am in a different location again. I'm in a little town called Timaru. It's below Christchurch in the South Island of New Zealand, and that kind of has something to do with my video, so stay tuned to know why I'm here. So for those of you that know me even just a little bit, you'll probably know that I have had a whole life of moving. I was born in Rotorua, and then when I was 3, my parents and my sister and I, we shipped over to Perth in Australia. And then when I was 9, we moved to Brisbane because of Dad's job. And then I decided last year to move to Dunedin for uni. I have lived in a total of 4 cities now, and had a total of 8 houses, 9 if you include a college, 10 if you include a caravan for a month. My parents are now moving to a place called Timaru. It has a population of about 35,000 in town, 15,000 outside of town, I think. At the moment I'm on holidays, and so I'm in Timaru chilling with my parents, so I guess you could count Timaru as going to be my 5th city because I'll be here on the holidays. I have not thought this out. When you're moving, it can be a really tough experience if you don't choose to yourself. I don't really remember my move from Rotorua to Perth, but I definitely remember my trip from Perth to Brisbane, and that was so hard for me. One thing that I found really hard, just in general, of moving cities is leaving behind friends, family, and animals. Because my parents are moving from Australia to New Zealand, it's really hard because paying for an animal to be shipped over is so expensive. And we had 2 cats. One of our cats ended up getting given to friends, and I thought that my cat was getting given to another family. Turns out when I got to Timaru a couple of days ago that my parents surprised me and took me to the SPCA, and lo and behold, there was my cat, and I cried a lot. It's really lovely having something familiar here. And it kind of links me to this new town that's home, I guess. Timaru, never been here before, and it's a strange place, but like, I find when you move, you want something familiar, especially if you're moving by yourself, as I found moving to Dunedin. That was really strange. And still is strange, I'm still settling in even a month after. So yeah, leaving family behind is really hard, especially if you're really close with your family. Leaving Australia was weird for us because we don't have any actual family connections there, but I have a lot of friends there, and they're all really close to me and mean a lot to me. If you're watching this, I miss you guys, and you guys mean a lot to me, and hopefully I can visit soon. Another thing you might experience when you're moving is sensory overload and culture shock. Sometimes you can have both. Might have one or the other depending on where you're moving to or where you're moving from. For me, moving to Dunedin, I experienced a lot of sensory overload in my first month. Dunedin is such a beautiful place and completely different to Brisbane in that you don't see as many families on the streets each day, and yeah, and there was just a lot of new things to take in, and my brain was like, what? I also experienced a bit of culture shock, which is weird because it's like an English-speaking country, and like I did live here for 3 years back in the day, but like the culture in Dunedin is so completely different to the culture I experienced in Brisbane. There's a really heavy drinking culture and student culture in Dunedin, and that's just completely new to me, and I'm still trying to figure that whole thing out and where I fit into that. But when you do experience these things, it's really important, if you know who you are, that you stick to that, and that you don't let all these new influences just change who you are or pressure you into being a new person. One thing I have learnt with all my moving and traveling over the years is that home is where the heart is. It sounds like such a cliche phrase, but I've found so much truth in that. For me, having friends and family near is so much more like home than being in a certain building or a certain place. And as I have been forgetting to do for the past 2 videos, here is a word. Word, word, word. Word, word, word. I can't do the cool edity thing yet. The word of the week is adaptation, and not that really weird Meryl Streep movie. Not that. That's just creepy. Ugh, nope. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found something interesting in it that you could relate to, or you're like, that's interesting. Give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to us if you haven't already done that. Caitlin, I really appreciate you just watching our videos, stuff like that. Leave me a comment of what makes you feel at home. I'll link Caitlin's latest video in the description and you should really check it out. It was really cool. She did a vlog. Spoiler alert. And I shall see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye!